Sometimes the wrong people teach us the right lessons. After Dinesh was dismissed, something had changed. Not suddenly, not loudly, but quietly, surely. Suji and Jules had grown closer. A week passed. One evening after school, Suji dropped Jules home like she usually did. But just as Jules got down, it started raining. Heavy, sudden. Suji looked up at the sky. Jules looked at her. And for the first time, come inside. Suji blinked. Not because she didn't hear it, but because she never thought she would. So she followed Jules in. Inside, the house felt warm, safe, different. Jules went straight to the kitchen. I'll make tea. And just like that, the evening became soft. They spoke casually about school, children, lunch, random little things, the kind of conversations friendship quietly builds, until the front door opened. Jacob was home. Suji turned immediately and called out, Jules, your husband is here. Make it for 3. And just like that, the air changed. Jules' smile vanished, only for a second. But it did. Jay noticed. Of course he did. He didn't say a word. He simply went into his room. 5 minutes later, he came back, freshened up, calm, like always. Jules handed him his tea. The 3 of them sat together. For a few seconds, just silence. Then Jay asked casually, So, how was school? Suji shrugged. Normal. And then she remembered. You know, bro, there was this English teacher in our school, and he was dismissed a few days ago for disciplinary issues. Jules cut in immediately. Too quickly. Suji turned and looked at her, confused. Jules gave her a look, a silent plea. Don't. But Jacob had already noticed. He always noticed. What happened? His voice was calm, but firm. Why was he dismissed? Now Jules practically begged Suji with her eyes. Suji cleared her throat. He was already causing trouble for female students. He crossed a line a few days ago. Hema ma'am dismissed him. Jay stayed quiet, too quiet. He didn't ask anything else. But Jules knew he would. Because when it came to her, Jacob never let things go unnoticed. After tea, Suji picked up her bag. I should leave. Jules immediately said, I'll come downstairs. Outside, with rainwater still dripping from the roof, Suji finally asked, Why didn't you tell him? Jules exhaled. Hema ma'am asked me not to make this bigger. If I tell him, he'll go speak to her, and she'll feel uneasy all over again. Suji, could you please not call him my husband? For the first time, Suji didn't joke, didn't tease, didn't push. She simply looked at Jules and understood. There was pain she still hadn't spoken about. So Suji smiled lightly, nodded. Okay. Then after a second, hope you'll tell me why someday. And then she left. The next morning, Suji didn't come to school, and Jules hated how much she noticed. No random chatter, no unnecessary questions, no lunchbox drama, just silence. By lunch break, Jules finally asked Hemalata, Where is Suji? Fever. She took leave. That should have been enough. But it wasn't. For reasons Jules didn't want to admit, she asked for Suji's address, and that evening, she went. Suji opened the hostel room door and froze. Wait, you actually came? Jules rolled her eyes. Don't act special. Suji laughed weakly. I'm sorry, I don't really have anything to offer. How about hostel food? Jules stared at her, then replied, You don't want me dead, do you? And for the first time, they both laughed so hard it hurt. Because they remembered that first day, that ridiculous warning. You'll choose my friendship over hostel food. And maybe Jules already had. After a few more minutes, the laughter softened. Then Jules finally asked, hesitant but curious, Why did you choose Dinesh? Suji laughed, but this time it was smaller, sad. Love makes people blind. I failed to see him for what he was. And by the time I did, I realized I had already made the wrong choice. Suji made the wrong choice once. Would Jules make one too? Stay right here for episode 10. This is Between Love and Truth, where love is deep and truth runs deeper. Thanks for listening.